Good afternoon to all you out there. Welcome to yet another Gun Workshop video where I'll be covering another Russian weapon in Modern Warfare, the PP19 Bizon. Chambered in what is essentially the Russian version of the 9mm, the Bizon offers basically the same exact damage as the Uzi with a similar rate of fire as well, albeit a little bit faster. The base range is also basically on par with the Uzi. Where this weapon finally differs from the Uzi is in the recoil and ammo departments. The Bizon has almost 3 times the recoil that the Uzi has, but also has twice as much ammo. So while the damage and ranges are super similar to Israel's Uzi, Russia's PP19 performs significantly differently in the field. Before I get into these great builds for this weapon, I'd again like to ask that if anyone has a video suggestion for me, Gun Workshop or not, feel free to let me know about them in the comment section down below. I really enjoy hearing from you guys, and I hope to see some activity down there. Without further delay, let me show you how to make this gun awesome. My close-range build, the Sweeper, attempts to boost the speed of this relatively slower SMG, allowing it to play to its strengths up close and clear rooms with a continuous stream of hip fire. We start off in the muzzle section with the Tactical Suppressor to remove our radar blip without hurting or helping our range at all, while still keeping our ADS speed rather snappy. Next, we hit up the barrel department to nab the 8.7-inch polygonal barrel to boost our range while not harming our movement speed at all. Next, I slap on the 1mW laser for a stealthier boost to our hip fire spread. I remove the stock to make this weapon far faster while sacrificing a decent bit of recoil. And lastly, I have the Viper Reflex optic on there for better target acquisition, as I don't like the irons on this gun. The Sweeper is the build I run when all I want to do is get up close to multiple enemies and mow them down. The Tactical Suppressor is, in my opinion, the best suppressor for standard multiplayer, as it doesn't hurt your range at all like the Lightweight, and it's not nearly as slow to ADS as the monolithic suppressor is. Polygonal barrel seems to be the most well-rounded barrel for this weapon. Its only downside is an extremely minor ADS speed loss, and it provides a solid 20% boost to your range, which is nothing to sneeze at. The 1mW laser really helps this weapon in its ideal environment, seeing as the 1mW tightens hip fire spread and allows for easier running and gunning. Combine those and you should be able to hop into a room and spray down your enemies before you even land. This build, as I'm sure you can tell, is really only good for standard multiplayer, since the recoil isn't really that great without a stock, and it would make it for a tough sell for ground war or Warzone usage. By stretching out the range a bit with the PP19, we're able to create the Guardian. Starting with the muzzle attachment, we sport the monolithic suppressor to keep us off the radar while also slightly boosting the weapon's range. Next, we grab the 8.7-inch steel barrel, this weapon's heavy barrel, for an increase to our bullet velocity, range, and recoil control. We pop the tac laser on here for faster aiming while also keeping the weapon more stable for longer range fights. I chose the PPX7 hollow sight as the next attachment because of its clean line of sight and superior zoom when compared to a reflex sight. The final attachment to round out this build is the Corvus skeleton stock, which improves our ADS speed slightly, but gives a huge boost to our strafe speed, making it easier to dodge incoming fire. The Guardian is an excellent build for maximizing the range of this powerful SMG while still keeping it controllable and relatively quick. The monolithic suppressor and the steel barrel both extend our range at the cost of a decent amount of mobility. However, the tac laser and the skeleton stock basically even out those negatives from the first 2 attachments. What you're left with, essentially, is the base PP19, but with better range, better bullet velocity, better recoil control, better stability, and weapon suppression. It's just an all-around better version of the Bizon. The Guardian works well in all game modes. It may still be best in standard multiplayer since it's still an SMG, but I would definitely give it a go as a ground war primary to see how you feel about it, or as an overkill secondary in Warzone. And that's all she wrote, folks. PP19 Bizon has been covered. This weapon was surprisingly fun to use, given that all my previous experience with it was when it was floor loot in Warzone. Warzone Bizon drops aren't really that good in my opinion. Lots of the attachment combos just aren't that great on those, and the base version struggles a little bit, given that Warzone has a longer time to kill, thanks to armor. However, when kitted out properly, I feel that the Guardian can be a great choice for Warzone usage, while both builds will have you mopping the floor with your enemies in the other 2 game modes. I really hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you go out and give this non-meta weapon a try. So far, there aren't any weapons that are outright bad when kitted properly, so if the Bizon is putting you off initially, just put a little time into it, use those double weapon XP tokens, and you'll quickly see why I really enjoyed using this gun. Hope you're having a good Sunday, hope you're relaxing with some loved ones, or by yourself, whichever you prefer. You've been great, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. This has been Doodleman149, and I will see you later.